Hey everybody, welcome back. Trapping the Mitten. Gosh, the rain quit. I got a bunch of chores done on my day off, and now I actually have some time. I'm going to go put out a couple beaver sets, finally. I only brought 2 traps because I only got about an hour of daylight left. But we're going to call one the Hammer set, and we're going to call the other one the Judith and Dan Davis set, or the Alpha Delta set. All right, let's get down there. I already dropped the kayak off, and all the gear's down at the water, so all we got to do is jump in and go. So I decided to go up the creek. I have no idea what creek this actually is. It might even be just a drainage ditch, but I've always called it Otter Creek because this was the first place I ever saw an otter on this lake, was up this creek. They were coming down this creek on the ice, and there were 5 of them. And that's been a few years now. And then this year, as you know, I tagged out on otter for the first time in my life. Caught my first otter, and I caught my second otter. Anyway, I thought maybe if the beaver were moving up in here, that would be good. But what I do see is, holy smokes, the muskrat sign. There is just a ton of muskrat movement. And probably, it looks like, uh-oh, I'm stuck on a log. It looks like maybe some otter have been moving through here already again. I do see some slides and stuff, but I don't see any beaver chewing. There's a sandhill right up here. He's just hiding a little bit. A little nervous. But it looks like she's going to continue on her feeding. Alright, I finally found what I'm looking for. Fresh chews, good trail, wet. I mean, they've been here. We are going to put a set in right here. Just not sure exactly where to do it. I'm thinking right there. Block off this little one here and just use that main channel right there, or should I block off that big one and use the smaller one? A little more direction for them. I think I'm going to use the smaller one, to be honest. Nice and deep. I can get a good drowner out here. Little feed pile here. Alright, let's hope we can get out of the boat here. Alright, I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, there we go. You see I got the Alpha Delta sitting there. Trap is right there in the trap bed. Got a little bit of fencing in there. And I'm going to close this one off before I walk out of here. And I'll put a little bit something where the nose of the kayak is. Yeah. This is it, guys. This is going to be my first beaver right here, I believe it. We'll come back here and we're going to let it soak for 2 nights, and then we'll be back. Running a drowner cable out there. Unfortunately, you know, I need to invest in green bags because I don't like the looks of that orange one laying there. Everybody and their brother is going to see that thing. So, anyway, next time I'm out here, we're going to have green bags. All right, moving on. Well, from across the creek here, I thought I might have seen a castor mound, but turns out what we have here appears to be an otter toilet and a muskrat toilet. And there's also some beaver chewings here. So this is like a triple whammy spot. But I'm afraid to catch an otter because I don't have any more tags. Man, this place is just dirty with otter sign. I just saw it. You probably can't see it real well, but there's another slide right there. Actually, there's a little beaver chew there too. There were shells on the ground there, and I wasn't going to take a video, but then I just, you know what, this just looks like such a great spot. I've never trapped up in here before. Isn't that stupid? There's always been another guy who traps in here, and for years I just let him be, you know, because that's what we do. This year he didn't trap. I don't know, somebody told me it was because of the fur prices. Kind of like discouraged me that anybody who's been trapping their whole life would quit trapping because the prices were bad. That to me is like It's like not driving your car because gas is too high. You might slow down a little, and you might not put all your time and energy into it, but dang it, how could you just not trap a year? Anyway, all right, moving on. Man, I'll tell you what, thank you, Lord, for an amazing evening. This is what a spring day is supposed to be, eh? Just beautiful. All right, here we are. Sorry about the wind. I know it's wicked. 17 miles an hour right now, and it's supposed to be up to 20 by the time I'm done doing this. Yeah, here we go. Gotta check it. The rain's been spitting all day. I just got my stuff done that I needed to do, and here we are. We're getting out late, but hey, let's go see if we got a first beaver. All right, well, guess what? I just got to the first set, which is technically the second set. This is the hammer set. It's the second set I put in, and the trap is not there. The cable's still here, so nobody took the trap that I know of anyway. But there ain't no trap. Let me show you what I got going on. Let's see if we got beaver number one, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors. Can you tell I'm a little excited? All right, so you remember. Oh, no, wait, that's right. You guys don't remember because it was almost dark when I put this in. This is an old, it was a, like a lodge that just, it's been mudded in ridiculously. And over the last couple of years. I caught a raccoon here a few years ago, if you've been watching my videos long enough. Anyway, trap went there. That was the Castor mound, which has been utterly destroyed. And the cable runs out to deep water. I'm not going to turn around in the kayak yet, but let's see what we got, guys. I'm going to sit right in the kayak because getting in and out of here in the wind is going to be tricky, and it's really muddy here. So here we go. I'm going to turn off this camera and oh, there we go. We'll see what's out there. All right, man alive, he was all tangled up. Sticks, big, huge sticks, but let me show you something. That is my first beaver. I'm so freaking excited, it's not even funny. He doesn't look real big. But let me tell you what, he's got 30 pounds of sandbag holding him there. Let me try to get him up closer to shore and we'll get a good look at him. Oh my goodness, there she is, guys. My first beaver. I'd say she weighs about, I'd say pretty close to 30 pounds. She's not huge by any stretch, but I'm so doggone happy. Nice big old feet. Look at them feet, they're ridiculous. Back foot catch. Man, that's awesome. Whew. I don't even know what to say. I'm so happy. Hammer. This is my second set, my first beaver. Let's go see if we got one on the Judith and Dan Davis set. If we do, I don't even know what to say. It's going to be an amazing day. I only put 2 traps out. I'm so stinking excited, it's not even funny. I'm not looking forward to kayaking across 3 lakes, though. That's a heck of a day. All right, here I am at the Dan Davis Alpha Delta set, and look what I found. That is a monster. Well, at least he looks like a monster to me, I don't know. He pulled 30 pounds. He pulled a full sandbag up to shore. He's actually not that big now that I see him up close. He might be a little bit bigger than the other one, but holy smokes, what a beautiful feller. Front foot catch. Now we got to figure out how we're going to take care of this feller. All right, there he is. Some Alpha Delta. So, you know, technically this is my first beaver right here. Technically this is my first beaver. Well, let me get this set made up, and this wind is brutal, so I need to get out of here before it gets any worse. So we'll see you more at the boat launch. Alright, there's the new mound. I just built it up a little bit more. Had to fix some of my fencing. So this time, because the weight wasn't heavy enough apparently, what I did was I attached that pole to it. So the weight's out there and that pole's driven down into the muck, maybe a foot or two, and then a foot and a half. And that cable and that weight are both attached to that. So if nothing else, I guess it could be a tangle stick, if nothing else. But we got the trap right there, a little offset of the center, and I put a little piece of bark on top of the castor. I splashed some water up in there, washed it all down beautifully, and yeah, we're ready to go. So it's going to be a heck of a paddle out of here with that beaver in the front. I guess from now on I'm going to have to bring the boat, because this is a lot. Oh, and it's mucky. All right, guys, my first beaver, my second beaver. I don't know which one to call first. I guess they're both my first. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, all right, I'm not going to get my camera out during this paddle back. I started with 2 pair of dry gloves, and I'm leaving this set with 2 pair of wet gloves. I've got them both on though, so hopefully they'll keep my hands a little bit warm. So, all right, here we go. Oops, sorry. The old kayak is ready to roll. This is the little kayak too. I didn't bring the barge. I figured, you know, no big deal. I didn't think I was gonna catch anything, to be honest. Instead, I got 2 beaver, 2 traps, 2 beaver. You got a happy guy here. All right, I gotta go. Well, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but I gotta go through 2 full lakes that are like that. And the wind's already pushing me backwards. And of course, what it do, it started raining. Actually, it's like a mix between rain and snow. We got like kind of a sleet hitting me hard. All right, that tree line way over there. Yeah, that's not quite to where I'm going. Once I get to that tree line, I gotta turn and then go maybe another 1/4 mile. Ooh, that wind right in my face, can hardly breathe. It's that strong. Okay, I gotta put this camera away and get this done. Okay, there's the remake. Whew, it took me a long time to get over here. That was a hard kayak. At one point, I was submarining the front of the kayak. That was rough. But anyway, all right, we got the remake. We got 2 beaver, my first 2 beaver, one on the hammer, one on Dan Davis's Alpha Delta. I'm just gonna call them both my first. So, all right, I gotta get back to the car. I'm freezing. My hands are just about done. Okay, we made it back. I get it back up to get them both in there. So one of them is larger than the other one, but one of them weighs more than the other. So the Alpha Delta beaver is definitely bigger, but the hammer beaver is heavier. So, and unfortunately I left my scale out at the other house, so I'm gonna clean them in the morning. When I get home, I gotta take a shower and go to bed. I'm exhausted. So anyway, my first 2 beavers. Dan, Gary, I can't thank you guys enough. Amazing. All right, guys, this is Trapping the Mitten. We did it. First beavers. Woo!